is Luke Bonner. I'm the Senior Economic Development Advisor for the City of Sterling Heights. I'm joined with Stacy Ziarko, the President and CEO of the Sterling Heights Chamber. Steve Couchman from Live Picture is our technical guru for this. And our business expert for this cast is Joe Haney. He's the president of Sterling Insurance Group in Sterling Heights. Joe, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Love to see it face to face, but we'll get there at some point.
Yeah, one of these days, hopefully very, very soon. We are very fortunate to have you on this morning. I know you guys are incredibly busy right now. I know a lot of folks are kind of scrambling through different processes within their company, but relationships are very, very important with your service providers, between lenders and attorneys and accountants, chambers of commerce, of course. And so insurance is, you guys are a very integral part of business right now. So give us some background on, how you're helping your clients. What are the most important things that people are dealing with from an insurance standpoint today?
Thanks, Luke. Let me go over it with you. Thanks for having me on. But yeah, we're doing, first off, our marketing department every day is just giving a quick snippet of the changes. It's so fluid. It's changing rapidly by the hour. It's from the SBA to, unemployment to business interruption. So we're sending out each day at the end of the day, just what's happened for that day and what they need to know about that day, because they're getting inundated with the webinar from everybody, as well as information from everybody. So we're trying to do that. When it comes to business interruption, there's a lot of confusion on that, where clients, they don't usually have a lot of business interruption claims. So in their eyes, they're not insurance experts, and they think, oh, business interruption, my business stopped, I should be covered for this. Well, there's a lot of exclusions on business interruption. It's really, it's a direct loss. A power line goes down next to you, it takes your building out, you can't get into your building. So there's a lot of variables there that on the surface, while most policies are written that it would not be covered on a claim right now. But that being said, we're not telling customers or clients do not file the claim. We're saying, let's put it in the hands of the carrier to deny it, and let's see what happens with the courts. In New Jersey right now, and Ohio, they put legislation together to retroactive on the insurance policy to cover business interruption. Now, can they get away with it legally? I'm not sure. In New Orleans, as well as French Laundry, I think the #1 restaurant in California, they've also sued the Hartford on business interruption. So I think you'll see some things that come out of here with some of the lawsuits where it's going to end up. You have 9/11, there was no coverage for terrorism or act of war. They found coverage. Katrina, there was no coverage for wind or hurricane. They found coverage. So I'm not saying they're going to find coverage, but I think it's going to be hard for the insurance industry to put their back to everybody on this. And the government, as someone alluded to that, to say, no, let's figure out something out here.
What typically would be covered? What kind of claims would be going in right now? I guess they'd sort of be all over the board, right?
Yeah, well, right now it's going to be a business, in their eyes, it's been a business interruption. So what you're seeing is they're saying the coronavirus was on my property, and that's what caused me my interruption in my business, so I couldn't continue, or the government shut down the state and turned civil authority in their eyes that I couldn't keep my business open. Well, there's exclusion for the coronavirus, specifically viruses. But I think there's some gray area, like some of the restaurants. Like I said, some of the lawsuits are looking for that, the shades of gray to try to find some sort of coverage on it. And that's, clients, I think you look at restaurant clients, hotel clients. I literally just hung up with a friend of mine that is building a hotel right now. And he's like, what do I do? And he might have to walk away from it from the perspective of, he can't look at last year's payrolls. He's a hotel. He can't look at occupancy rates last year. So, and it's a summer seasonal business. So he's like, I'm not going to be open until July or August. I've got to go another year before I get business. So there's a lot of concerns on what even the stimulus package is going to do for them. They're going to, if they stay open, they're going to get, two months worth of coverage. Because that's why I think a lot of them are looking to say, what is my business interruption? Can I go there? Is there anything I can get there? So we've had quite a few claims of business interruption filed, and we're getting more and more every day. I can't tell you that anybody's collected on it yet, but it's good to be in So if something happens, at least you're part of it. And if something, they can come back. If you never filed, you're never gonna have the chance to take advantage of something of it comes out of it.
Right. Unemployment is skyrocketing, both nationally and here in Michigan. It's sort of hit records for the time period of what's been going on right now. Unemployment insurance is those claims are being overwhelmed. Kind of what are you seeing? What are you talking to clients? What are you walking them through right now?
Yeah, a lot of them are thinking, we left a good economy, right? So a lot of them, including ourselves, are looking at it saying, you don't want to just lay everybody off, and then all of a sudden we get a big rebound, and we don't have those folks, or it's hard to get them back. Those unemployment benefits are pretty rich in the stimulus package, so you might have hard-pressed people want to stay out on unemployment longer. So we're, right now, initially, I think some of our larger employers, 2,000, 3,000 person groups, are looking at it and saying, we're going to pay through the end of April. We've already paid for health benefits, so we're going to keep them on to the end of April. But now we're starting to see, as this progresses, and the government and the governor and even vice president said last night, possibly end of May, that a lot of them are rethinking it and saying, hey, we're going to probably stop benefits at the end of the month. So they haven't all decided that, but there's a lot of wait and see, right? They don't know, because it's a huge expense. They're going to look at the stimulus package, how quickly that comes to them. But then again, how long before the unknown? If I hold on these people on benefits, I can lay them off, and they can get taken care of by the government. They can get COBRA. There's a lot of, it's a daily conversation with employers and clients, as well as, what can I do? And I'm in the construction business. What do I do with my equipment? I'm not using it. What am I doing with my workers' compensation? My employees aren't working. So it's like everyone, it's another concern for them, just like it is for us.
From a strategic standpoint, better to lay off or to furlough, or does it really depend on the situation of the company?
I think it depends on the situation of the company. In our eyes, I've seen most of my clients are taking advantage. I would tell you that probably 90% of them are taking advantage of let's bring them back. Let's have them bring them back to work. If they're manufacturers, if they're car dealerships, let's take advantage of the stimulus package, and let's see what happens from there. Because if you can bring them all back to work, they're on the payroll. You've got them working, and even if you're not even open, they can, we've talked about paint the building, clean whatever, do something, at least do something to keep them working. And then hopefully that we get back ramped up again, and we can get going. There's a lot of stress right now, I think, from all businesses today and yesterday and tomorrow, because of the SBA and what's the changes in that, what's happening, different versions. I think I think the information is getting clearer now for the business owners, but we're feeling a lot of those questions as well as their accountants and their attorneys. So everyone's getting those questions, but they've got to submit tomorrow on the one. And I think that once that hits the market and businesses are truly seeing it in a shorter time frame, I think that's going to help all of us to keep people working and open. But I think there's going to be a lot of casualties, even our own clients, long term on this. I saw that, like in Southfield, the theater said they're not going to open up again. I've got some clients that said we're just going to shut down for 4 months, even though we get a stimulus. We doesn't make sense.
Interesting. Tell me about what your guys' strategy has been. Are you typically a full-time employee business, or do you have agents that act more as independent contractors? Do you have a blend of both, or are you all full-time?
We have about 120 employees full-time throughout the state, some that work out of state. So yeah, we're 100%. We have not chosen to lay people off. We have not chosen, and a lot of in our industry have taken pay cuts. We've coming out of a good economy and having great people. I didn't want to take a chance to, cutting people and not being there for them. So we're doing the stimulus. Hopefully that helps us for a couple months, and hopefully helps all our people. But we've been blessed from a perspective that we're set up wireless and virtual probably about 2 years ago. So turning it on for us was simple. What we've done is really just refined our processes for people that haven't worked from home. We have a active track software that monitors our activities. We're doing Skype teams, so we chat rooms so they can still collaborate and still feel like they're part of a company and part of a team. We're doing weekly all employee meetings on Fridays. So I kind of do here's what the state of the firm is, here's what's happening, here's what we're doing. We're doing a lot of Zoom meetings. I wish I had bought the Zoom stock about, November, So, and we're out working Microsoft Teams is another one. So that's what we're doing. And we've told our folks to just really stay on top of their clients from commercial benefits, even personal lines, because no matter what, they're all, it's a good chance to re-engage them and find out what their questions or concerns are. And that's what we seem to have a lot of questions. And we're seeing a lot of positive from our clients. They're saying we're the one place that they can get the information. They're seeing a lot of emails, but of a couple emails, this is the one they don't delete the one from us, or if we reach out as well.
So your folks and you guys are doing a lot more value add consultation to your clients, really about everything that's going on right now.
Everything that's going on, even personal lines. We had one today that they reached out and said, "Happy 16th birthday. Sorry, you can't have your license. Sorry, you can't drive today." So even something as simple as that, right? That you can't get your license, right? In the simple side, but yeah, we're doing that completely and there's a lot of anxiety from all our clients, the unknowns, because you don't know, if you said it stops May 31st, great, okay, we can all work towards that day, but it's a moving target. So and our own employees, same way, like we're hearing that, all right, we got to homeschool. All right, my husband works at Kroger's. My parents won't come over to take care of the kids. We've got to look at, FMLA for that individual. How's that going to work if they can only work 3 hours? So there's a lot of questions, even from our own internal folks. We have an office in Alpena, and it's somewhat funny. They're like, stay down there. Don't come up here. You guys all stay away. Mm-hmm. So.
Well, great. Any maybe final suggestions to anyone out there that's kind of trying to manage this crisis, Joe?
Really look at the information that's available. There's a lot of information, as you mentioned, the chambers on here, the resources you guys are doing. There's a lot of good information out there, and I would try to get as much information. I've had a couple folks that I think have not made the right decisions, and I'm not here to tell them any differently, but take advantage of the opportunities right now in regards to the stimulus packages. It's only going to help you be around in the future. And I would tell, be healthy, be safe, stay away from people. It's hard for everybody, but stay away from everybody.
Right. Fantastic, Joe. Thanks so much for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Take care, guys.
Yep. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Yep.